Arsenal's 3-0 win at the Emirates looked on paper like a clean statement of intent, but the mood in the press room was far from celebratory. Mikel Arteta returned to the microphone with the kind of grim practicality managers deploy when results don't tell the whole story. They won the game, yes, but the squad is showing cracks at a time when the calendar will be relentless. Captain Martin Odegaard was forced off early with a recurring shoulder complaint, Bukayo Saka's availability is in serious doubt, and William Saliba, who trained yesterday and did the full session, admitted he still feels he needs a few more days. Those three names are not just starters on paper, they are the spine of this side, so what should have been a feel-good Sunday suddenly becomes a test of how deep Arsenal really are. The match itself was effective theatre. The Gunners controlled large spells, turned possession into clear chances and finished clinically. Martin Zubimendi's brace and a second-half strike by Victor Gyökeres sealed the 3-0 scoreline and underlined a simple truth. This team can still win without its full complement of stars. But the headlines we want for YouTube and socials aren't about who scored, they're about who won't run out at San Mamés on September 16. That fixture is not a midweek friendly, it's Arsenal's Champions League curtain raiser, and it arrives with nothing but pressure. Arteta has always talked about squad rotation and managing bodies, and today he was honest about the limits of that approach. Saliba's training is an encouraging sign, but his own admission that he needs time means Arteta cannot treat fitness as binary. With three tough fixtures clustered together, the manager must prioritise minutes, freshness and, crucially, risk management. The immediate tactical consequence is unavoidable. There will be changes. Young players who impressed in the second half and the substitutes who held the tempo will be thrust into responsibility. The manager will look for players who can keep structure without sacrificing the aggressiveness that has marked Arsenal under his stewardship. It's a moment for youthful composure and for the summer recruits to step up, and that's exactly how elite squads are tested. The psychological cost mustn't be underestimated either. A dressing room watches how the coach responds. Does he panic and tinker, or does he double down on identity and adapt within it? Arteta's answer to that question over the next 7 days could ripple through the domestic run and into Europe. From a narrative standpoint, this is compelling. A team that looks like a genuine title challenger and Champions League contender must now show that it can cope with attrition. Will rotation blunt the edge Arsenal have found, or will it reveal a club that has built sustainable depth? Either outcome makes for great coverage because both the stakes and the uncertainty are high. So what should viewers expect on Tuesday in Bilbao? Expect a cautious but competitive Arsenal side, likely more conservative in selection, with the manager prioritising balance and the ability to control the midfield without risking further shoulder or muscular issues. Expect youngsters or fringe players to be handed bigger roles and expect Arteta to emphasise structure over individual brilliance. Above all, expect this storyline to be pivotal. If Arsenal navigate Bilbao and return with a performance that masks the absences, the season's narrative shifts back to momentum. If they struggle and key men are confirmed out for longer, the conversation becomes about recovery, depth and whether the squad needs reinforcements. The next few days will reveal who can absorb pressure and who might crack. That is why 1-3-0 win tonight reads like two headlines: triumph on the pitch, tension in the treatment room, and why every Arsenal fan and neutral should be watching the team sheet when it drops for Bilbao on September 16.